Hey, welcome everybody. Greetings and salutations. This is Psychotherapist Reacts, and I'm licensed psychotherapist Jim Morris. Today I'm joined by Mr. Toby Keith as we look at his song, Don't Let the Old Man In. Toby's final TV performance was at the 2023 People's Choice Country Awards. He actually died just 5 months after this amazing performance.
Can't leave it up to him. He's knocking on my door.
This is a song that is filled with powerful psychology and an important message. When I first heard about this song, I initially thought that it was about death, because all I really knew was that Toby Keith wrote it after he was diagnosed with stomach cancer and that the prognosis was not good. But after hearing the song, I realized that the song is actually a powerful and important message about life. He shares some great psychology in this song, and if we listen closely, it can help us to learn something about how to enjoy the gift of life more also.
I knew all of my life that someday it would end. Get up and go outside. Don't let the old man in.
And I knew all of my life that someday it would end. So he reminds us not to pretend or be in denial about that which we know to be true. This life does not last forever. So get up and go outside. Outside of what? What is he talking about here? I don't think he's just talking about going outdoors, where, literally going outside is important. You don't want to withdraw or be isolated. Being with others matters. But it is so very important to remember to go outside of your usual patterns of behavior, to go beyond your same old routine, to get out of your own head, to leave irrational beliefs behind, to go outside of those self-sabotaging thoughts that have built up walls of doubt and fear. And getting up and going outside is often the hardest thing to do, because it means that we've got to step out of our comfort zone, that we've got to not procrastinate or be apathetic or rationalize or make excuses. He says, "Many moons I have lived, my body's weathered and worn. Ask yourself how old you'd be if you didn't know the day you were born." And this caused me to pause and to think about the fact that, I've counseled people who are in their 80s and 90s, people with serious physical and psychological aches and pains, physical challenges alone that on occasion would make it almost impossible to even get out of bed. People who had lived through the Great Depression, fought in World War II, were actual POWs in World War II, lost limbs in World War II, suffered unimaginable grief and loss, and yet, inasmuch as it was within their control, they made the decision to not allow cynicism or resentment to consume them. Now, these are people who chose, like Toby Keith, that they were not going to live in a way that suggested that they were just waiting to die. They made an intentional decision to stay connected to others, to give to others, to encourage others. And their optimism and adaptive behaviors empowered them to keep their focus on what really mattered. And that leads us to the next verse.
Try to love on your wife and stay close to your friend. Toast each sundown with wine. Don't let the old man in.
Try to love on your wife and stay close to your friends. Toast each sundown with wine. Don't let the old man in. The difference in Toby Keith and those elderly folks I mentioned just a moment ago were that even though they were all in their final stage of life, they knew that it was more important to have something that's authentic instead of artificial. Friends, family, the gift of a life lived with dignity. He repeats the chorus and then he moves to the final verse and what I believe is really the most important part of the entire song.
When he rides up on his horse and you feel that cold, bitter wind, look out your window and smile. Don't let the old man in. Look out your window and smile, but don't let the old man in.
He says, when he rides up on his horse and you feel that cold, bitter wind, look out your window and smile. Don't let the old man in. He's telling us that death is not to be feared. He's not running and hiding in the closet. He's smiling out the window. And it's not about keeping death out. It's about letting life in, regardless of your health, your age, or your circumstances. Because being able to smile as you reflect back on a life well lived is the greatest gift that you can leave your loved ones. So let's take Toby Keith's advice and look out our window and smile. Don't let the old man in. Hey, thank you for watching Psychotherapist Reacts. We're going to be covering a lot of different genres of music in future episodes, so I want to invite you to return. It would really make my day if you could just take a second to hit that subscribe button. I'm on that long, winding path to my first 1,000 subscribers. So if you could, that would sincerely be appreciated, and it would help out a lot. And it would really mean a lot to me. So thank you in advance. I appreciate it. Until next time, remember that listening speaks volumes.
And I knew all of my life that someday it would end. Get up and go outside. Don't let the old